All right, here we go, troops. I am dealing with somebody who wrote me and is claiming that when we do things like cube of truth, this is not a Christian thing. I get these occasionally. Yeah. Usually I deal with the Jesus stuff. That when we do like cube of truth or we're tabling at a college, we're playing the video footage on our laptops and stuff with, the worst of the worst situations. And that's true, but why wouldn't we? That's gonna be my response is why wouldn't we? I mean, if you went to a piano teacher to take lessons, would the piano teacher show you their lousy student? Or would they show you the best student they got? Well, they'd show you the best they got to show you what's possible, just like we're showing you the worst of the worst because we have a purpose. That's to initiate the discussion that we're having. Because chances are you wouldn't consider, what's going on in the animals anyway because you're currently eating meat. So what's wrong with sharing this? But I got another one of that. I kind of always try to agree when I can. Because if I'm agreeing with them, they listen. They seem to the person seems to listen more. So I say, yeah, I am showing you the worst of the worst. But just how much abuse do you think I should be showing? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say, that cow being hung upside down and having his throat slit 3 or 4 times and he's still kicking and screaming while the flesh is being ripped off his body because he wasn't properly stunned. If that's the worst, what if I only if that's a 10? What if I only showed you a 7, a level 7 suffering? Would that be acceptable to you? I mean, would that be acceptable to play on a little video monitor out on the street so you can see where your food comes from? Well, wait, is 7 too much? What if we went with a 5? What if I gave you only a video of animals treated half as bad as what 99% of the animals are treated like? Because that's where 99% of the animals come from. If you eat food from a grocery store or a restaurant, 99% of the time, according to USDA, your food comes from a factory farm where this kind of abuse is always being videoed. All right? So what if I only showed you on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5? Like, what if we went to a pig slaughterhouse? And let's go to a pig farm. Instead of cutting out 2 testicles, we only cut out 1 testicle. Well, would that make it any better for you? I mean, is that any nicer? We could also talk about, baby calves being taken away from their mother. All right, well, we're showing you the mothers crying and screaming and chasing after the babies as the babies are pulled away. What if we only showed you half of the calves being pulled away? What if the other halves were killed quickly and right away, and instead of locked up in veal crates for months? Would that then make the suffering acceptable for you to look at? Like, if an investigator sneaks on to a factory farm or a slaughterhouse, they'll get 1,000 hours of footage, but only the 1 hour that we're showing in our vegan outreach is that evil. And the other hundreds of hours we just throw away. That's not so. I mean, you can go on the internet and you can see endless videos of animals being abused in animal agriculture. Right? Every time a vegan sneaks onto a factory farm, we don't find rainbows and unicorns. No, it's not, sunshine and lollipops. It's horrible. It's definitely not what God wanted or had planned for animals. So when they say we're only showing the worst of the worst, I think that's what they're leading to. And I'm going to fight it by using that little example of on a scale of 1 to 10, what if we showed you 5? Because it's just going to point out the foolishness of saying something like that. And then my challenge is always, I'll tell you what, find a farmer who allows me 6 months of unrestricted access with a video camera to their farm. 6 months. I'll wear little booties. I'll wear protective gear so I don't hurt their, germs or whatever it is they want me to do. But they can't say no to me going anywhere. I have yet to speak to a farmer who comes out to me when I'm doing vegan outreach and agree to that. Yet I've met so many farmers. I bet you I've met 1,000 farmers who say, my farm doesn't do anything like that. And then when I propose that, I even offered them, I said, I'll tell you what, after 6 months, I'll even give you 10 grand if I don't find any violence. Doesn't happen. So that's my defense. That's how I work it. Hopefully in this I was unprepared for this one, but I just thought I'd throw it on there on video for you. Hopefully you found some nuggets of help in there for you. Okay,